Hello friends and welcome back. My name is Anna Dalman. It is day number 199 of my note writing journey, and I will discuss the topic in just a little bit of what I've written to myself to continue to think through for today as I'm working through the book Spiritual Desertion. Now yesterday I did go over the definition, the description as given by Voetius in his book called Spiritual Desertion, and part of what I did read is the following. The worst but least frequent occurrence is the suffering of a constant painful deficiency. A more frequent occurrence is the cross of believers. Most frequent is the inner cross. The inner cross that we carry with us and that we struggle with most often is a lack or deficiency in spiritual peace, and we have to ask ourselves, why is that true for us? Consolation, the comfort from God, comfort from like-minded believers, comfort from a church community, etc. The sweetness and enjoyment from things from God, and that is sometimes, I believe, although he doesn't say so right here, but I know he's going to infer it as we go along. The most important is the comfort and the consolation we get from understanding what his word says about our struggles and our trials. And so it's when we lack the pleasure in the workings and the means and the what we should rush to, that appropriation. God has said this, so it should be true for me. It's like I said yesterday, stop thinking about those things, appropriate what we know is true about God. And so therefore, friends, with that being the background from what I went over in general terms yesterday, day number 199, no one can take from you your joy, your gladness, or your delight. That's John 16:22. And then my interacting with that verse, this is what I continue to think for myself, even when, because it probably will, even should, and it probably will happen that for a little while, that you may be distressed by trials and suffer temptations. Now when this happens in our lives, we may ask, but God, why? And that's a fair question. Friends, whoever tells you you cannot say, God, why, or that you wag your finger up at him and say, I don't like what's happening, he knows your heart. Don't pretend to be pious before him and smile in some way that is supposed to look good to everybody around you, but inside you at war. You're not convincing anybody else, not even yourself, because that war from the inner person of the heart, the mouth speaks. You are not sharing what is true on your heart, and it will catch up with you, your lack of honesty and truthfulness to yourself. You have so little integrity in how you are dealing with yourself. In order to overcome these things, we need to deal with it honestly before God. Appropriate those truths we know biblically about what is going on around us. So, but God, why? Why are these things happening to us? So that the genuineness of your faith may be tested, because it is your faith which is infinitely more precious than the perishable gold which is tested and purified by fire. The proving of your faith is intended to contribute greatly to my and your credit and honor, being the visibility of grace, bringing praise and honor and glory when Jesus is revealed. Friends, I'm loosely paraphrasing all of that, not taking away from the text, but digging down deeper into it for my own comfort. And that's in 1 Peter 1:7 and 8. Now, we do know, as much as I have said, that God does not abandon us and he does not forsake us. As much as that is absolutely true, in order to humble us and bring us to a position of humility, he may, as Isaiah 54:7 says, for a brief moment I forsook you. For a moment he may withdraw himself from you to show you and expose your own depths of those hidden nitty-gritty parts of your heart which are not what they should be. Those thoughts that we have, friends, those thoughts that we sometimes have, we may think it's okay, nobody else knows what I'm thinking. God does, you do, and you must admit that those thoughts, if others could see them or read them, they would run a mile from us. So don't say that there's nothing about your life that is not pleasing to God, that He shouldn't take a step away. And why does He do it, friends? Why does He do it? To cause us to rush after Him, to show us the depth of our need of Him. No matter how deep and how ugly those things are in your life, friends, God's love and faithfulness is deeper still. So Isaiah 54:7, for a brief moment I forsook you, but with great compassion and mercy I will gather you to me again. All God is trying to do, as I have said to you, the proving of your faith is intended to contribute greatly to my and your credit and honor, being the visibility of grace, bringing praise and honor and glory when Jesus is revealed. Yeah, we're talking about eternality, but we're talking about the here and now as well. Because when we are living that way, as I've said before, it's like a splash over of heaven. It's a little bit of heaven here on earth when we are able to live that way and function that way. Friends, there is so much comfort when we look deeply at the Word of God and what He's trying to tell us about how we ought to live. Even though, even when, even should, and it probably will happen, that at times He may distance Himself from us so that we will rush back to Him, proving to others that He is the author and the perfecter of our faith. So friends, tomorrow is day 200 and I am looking so forward to that. I've been doing little note writing efforts to myself for tomorrow. It will be day 200. And if you've joined in on the journey, thank you for joining. Thank you for those new subscribers. I think when last I checked there were 70. I appreciate each one of you. And I sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, hope that you are each individually encouraged by what I'm sharing. Take care and God bless. And until tomorrow, we will talk again. Bye-bye for now.